Hello everyone. Okay, a brief update on the layout. It's summer, so there are lots of outdoor activities as well to do, and so progress is a little bit slowed down at the moment. Harbour scene, nothing much has changed there. The upper level, of course, the temporary loop so that I can run some trains. That's probably what I've been doing a lot of, actually, is running trains and testing the automation of the entire layout. That takes quite a bit of time. And I lost a little bit of focus on all the scenery work, but eventually at the rear here there'll be refineries and industries. The main line sweeping across top layer. Eventually here there'll be a spur with the VAM composting plant, which takes all the household rubbish and turns it into compost. The barge still hasn't moved very much on the got names on them now, so I don't have to explain everything. And going into what I've been working on a little bit more recently is the mining area. So I've started ballasting some track. This will all get a heavy coating of light black from the airbrush, because this is a coal mining area. Everything's going to be get quite black. Let me just move the sanding facility so you can see a little bit more. The crane. Got some concrete bedding down. It's supposed to be concrete, where trucks can drive in and out as well. Crane on tracks. It's all temporary at the moment. It needs to be all stuck down. Mining area with the coal. And then I've got to add a retaining wall or some sort of feature here between the track and the low level. So that's all coming along slowly. Again, it'll all be darkened with coal dust, as it were. I've been ballasting this section of the Eindhoven station, the outgoing section. And in the background you see then the mock-ups of the city of Eindhoven with the platforms here in front. Okay, this is start of the upper section going into the city of Eindhoven. Eindhoven, of course, famous as being the headquarters of the Philips company, Philips building. They built a saucer-shaped exhibition building called the Eindhoven. People familiar with Eindhoven will certainly know it. It's quite a tourist attraction. The helix will be covered later on. Here's where the Nedcar water plant will come. In between here. And I've bitten off a little more than I can chew, perhaps. The track here is only 1 centimetre or so from the edge of from the backboard, so I've had to create a photo platform there, and that then that 2D needs to move off into 3D. That platform sort of comes out of the wall, as it were, here. So I've got to make a transition between the 3D platform here, which ends about there, and then it merges into a photo of a platform here. I've got just a little mocked up the overhanging canopy. Now I've got to make a canopy that sort of comes out of the backdrop, as it were, into 3D here. And I'm still thinking heavily on how to do that best. Probably going to scratch build. Originally I thought of cutting one of these canopies, but that might make a bit of a mess of the whole thing. So I'm going to probably scratch build something. Anyway, that's causing a lot of headaches and pain, trying to get that all sorted out. I've got the control panel to operate switches for switching activities here. And of course you see Eindhoven. Eventually I'll have a fascia with nice printed names and all that sort of thing. Yeah, hi, this is my second year's worth of Seafoam growth. This is my Seafoam or super tree plantation growth. 1 and 2. Had some proper potted plant earth this time, which has got fertilizer and stuff. So this is only about 6 weeks after planting, so they're really doing well. So it's a couple of weeks later, getting towards the end of June, and it really looks like we've got a bumper crop of Seafoam plants, soon to be trees on the layout. They look quite good. We've got another 2 months of growth, so looking forward to harvesting these and putting them on the layout. As some of you may know, I use the Rocrail PC software to run my layout. Rocrail is similar to JMRI in that they're both non-commercial, volunteer open source efforts. You can get Rocrail, you can download it for free. Only if you want some goodies like mobile clients, you can get a license for about $12, 10 euros a year. That's all. I'm an active member of the forum, and also regularly help with updating and with testing. And one of the new developments within Rocrail has been the development of a browser-based mobile client. We had mobile clients, you know, the things that run on telephones, on tablets, etc. All sorts of mobile devices, or all PCs. But apps, you have to pay. People like Google and Apple and Microsoft, you have to pay them to get the apps loaded and all that sort of thing. So being a non-commercial effort, the recent development has been to make a browser-based client. Basically, the browser-based version now is platform independent, so you don't have to install anything. You can use any platform like Apple or Android or Microsoft or Linux or whatever. As long as there's a decent browser on it, you can now use the mobile client, which gives you access to the layout and to controlling of your locomotives on basically any type of hardware that you might want to use. So I use it for basically for for locomotives, operating locomotives. I can give people can either have their own phones or tablets, or I can give them one of these that I have to operate on the layout with. You can call up a throttle. This is the locomotive that well, it's not supposed to be that one. This one here, I'll just call it up. You've got a picture of it. And if you want a different locomotive, you can call up the menu. And here you have a picture with the names and photos of each locomotive. And the one I want to control is this one, which is the one in the shed there being refueled. So now we can bring it out of this refueling situation and bring it back into operation, for instance. So that's a recent development. The mobile client browser-based, and I've been actively helping test this version over the last 2 weeks or so, and it's now ready for use, basically. That's what I've been doing. Okay.